Are you seriously looking this up?
So, about the three ninjas or whatever.
Are you serious? Are we serious? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, for one and everything, you was talking about the mom is not Asian, and I'm telling you, she's mixed.
Bro, she got blue eyes, nigga.
Since when?
She got blue eyes, bruh. Watch the first one again, bruh. Watch it again.
The mom did not have.
We're arguing about the lore of Three Ninjas, franchise that was finished in 1997.
Okay, we're pretty much talking about Three Ninjas or whatever. So the first argument was, he believes the wife is not Asian, and clearly
bro,
the wife,
she is not Asian.
She's mixed with Asian.
No, she's not, nigga.
Her dad is clearly Asian, and her mom is. I mean, her mom.
She was probably adopted, bro.
You know what? That kind of makes sense because I don't see a split in Asian in those kids.
Thank you. And because at least all the three of them should at least be at least a quarter Asian. They're not. They're not. They're all white.
Well, anyway, but I don't see the blue eyes in the mom or whatever, but yeah, she's pretty much half Asian, and wherever her mom is, they already explained to her in the movie, probably even the mom died when she was younger, so clearly the mom was white, or I don't know, whatever. Basically, when it comes to the three movies, because there's basically three ninjas knuckle up, three ninjas kick back, and three ninjas hide and make it out. But compared to the two series of Knuckle Up and Three Ninjas, because they basically use the same actors, and pretty much Knuckle Up is the prequel. My thing is, in the original Three Ninjas, well, supposedly Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, you know, like I said, it's the prequel, it's the beginning, you know, basically what you were saying?
Give me a second. Which way are we going?
Keep going.
Okay. Anyways, I was saying what happened was that Knuckles Up was supposed to come out immediately after the first one. Okay, they like after the first one came out, it was already in production, it was in post-production, stuff like that. I don't know what happened, but they had to get delayed. Kickback was originally supposed to be the third one. They released Kickback before Knuckles Up. Kickback is the actual sequel, and Knuckles Up's the prequel essentially.
Okay, and my thing is, my thesis is, in the original, their whole point of basically studying martial arts by their grandfather. Their whole point of studying martial arts from their grandfather is not only, you know, to bond their grandfather, but, you know, of course they love their grandfather, but it's also, you know, to teach them the styles of ninja, you know, of course, according to his Asian culture. And the whole point of teaching them martial arts is that art of self-defense, where you don't use it out of your own personal usage just to basically, like, you know, hurt people. It's only for self-defense, and he preaches real on that theology, as well as, for one,
left
their
right.
dad keep get on this lane and go straight, and two, for one, their dad, they don't play that or whatever, because he pretty much go that way. And pretty much their dad is, for one, he's against the whole ninja thing. Go straight, make a left, right. And pretty much, you know, he's totally against the whole ninja thing, and him
White privilege, that's why.
And pretty much, like, you know, I don't know, he just has something against, you know, his father-in-law.
He's probably because, like, my daddy was killed in World War II because of you yellow bellas. Your granddad was in the freaking he was a postman for World War II. They still killed him. He died of passing away in his sleep. They still killed him on the field of battle.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, he was
nuclear.
he was pretty much against the boys basically learning martial arts in the first place, and he basically expressed it also in Kickback or whatever. Like, see what this ninja stuff does or whatever. Somebody's always getting hurt, and he's always placed the blame on just the art of Nujitsu, in which that's the martial arts styles that the grandfather learned. And just as much as the dad don't play that when it comes for them to practice their ninja style, as well as the grandfather. Why in Knuckle Up it was pretty much free reign, if that's the prequel?
I just realized that my low beams, I just realized that my other light was on the entire time. Thankfully I just got this car battery, so it's okay. Look, I'm gonna make a long story short. Because of the fact that possibly his dad died in World War II, or during the Korean War, or the Vietnam War. He has something against Asians, and
You make it right at the light.
right here.
No, the other one.
Okay. And obviously, he don't like Asians, even though his wife is probably adopted by an Asian family. Because again, there ain't no Asian in that woman at all.
Anyway, it's there, but. All right, and original Three Ninjas, you can see pretty much, you know, the argument being pressed forward, whatever, towards their actions, where, you know, basically Rocky being the mature one, the leader of the group, you know, because you know how Cole, he's a hothead. When it comes to bullies and everything, Cole, don't fight. Cole, no fighting. Like, you basically let him know each and every time or whatever, you know, cool. I mean, it's like, you know, Cole and everything, like, nah, bruh, and everything, you don't start,
up, nigga.
Then square up and everything,
Up.
don't start, and then they gonna beat nothing.
Fade. He gonna run his fade, man. I can fight Thanos. Oh, wait, this is the 90s. Who's Thanos? I don't know, but I can fight someone, okay? Give me Magneto.
So, and even, just as in, like, you know, the dad as well, even when he basically came back from pretty much, you know, their summer spending with their grandfather or whatever, he wasn't too enthusiastic of, for one, you know, them being with him.
Okay,
for real.
in fairness, he was in the middle of an investigation. He didn't give a damn. He's like, okay, hey kids, what's up? I gotta go to work. He's, you know, protecting the world. Just saying.
No, he had time and everything, like, you know, hey, or whatever, just basically talk to him, whatever, and just his whole demeanor changed or whatever, talking about, like, you know, Grandpa taught us this, Grandpa taught us that. And then, you know, Clifton Powell, come on, Sam, we gotta roll. So I was like, you know, okay. And
yeah, that was Clifton Powell. Oh my God, Big Smoke was in that movie. Oh my God. Would you think when before he's like, hey, let's go, hey, Clint, let's go get some food. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. You think he did that before Big Smoke?
I doubt that. But even, like, you know, when they're in their room at night and the whole kidnapping take place or whatever, and instead of just calling the police, here's Colt. Wait, this could be our chance.
White people. I need y'all to raise your kids and have them understand that Home Alone was not based off a true story. Home Alone does not mean that you should weaponize your kids. I'm just saying, because bad things could happen. Next thing you know, they first-degree murder on the pizza delivery man just because he forgot his keys and he forgot his hat and they think he's a rapist. So stop weaponizing your kids and have them do some John Rambo stuff, please.
Well, in other words, by them thinking they defending themselves and basically protecting the house, they could eventually prove to their dad that this ninja stuff is worth it. So,
I'm sorry. We've been going on for 5 minutes, still talking about 3 ninjas in the lore.
Anyway,
there is no lore to 3 ninjas!
Anyway, fast forward to the ages or whatever.
Oh my God!
He was talking about, like, you know, Cole, you see Cole's probably 11, and no, I take that back. He said Cole's probably 10 years old, and Rocky is like 11 or 12, or sometimes like 7 or 8. So I'm like, well, they all go to the same school, so wouldn't that make Rocky go to middle school and Cole and Tum Tum in elementary?
Look, all I know is that fat black kid from Hook is in that movie, so I don't care. the fat black kid from Hook is in that movie. I do remember that, and he was all. I just realized he was also in. He played Doughboy in freaking Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
He played Little Doughboy.
Well, anyway,
You're still recording, Jesus Christ.
That's part 1. Stay tuned to part 2.
I paused it.